Welcome in, sweet soul. My apologies in advance if there is an increased level of noise in the background today, because I had an incident where a pot was left on the stove and my whole house filled with smoke last night. We weren't able to sleep here, so I have everything open almost and it's starting to clear. The smell is starting to clear, but there's windows open, there's doors open, and so there might be some increased outside noises. So hopefully you can bear with me as we move through that. And let's see what our reading is about today, because I was sitting down and let me see if I can just tap into the feelings of what I was feeling. The first thing was, the hermit. The honoring of little dainty tasks, daily tasks. Something about how you are going to be honored. Okay, let me see if I can. Someone here is worried that they are debasing themselves or lowering themselves by tending to daily tasks, daily habits, small things, regular daily things that we all do, right? Like folding the laundry, vacuuming the floor. Confirmation verb. There's something about the small daily tasks, that you're finding, it's almost like you're fighting with them. There's some level of you that feels like this is beneath me, or would a millionaire be doing this? There's something about that where you're trying to transition into this abundant mindset and lifestyle, and you feel like there's certain things that are feeling mundane in your life that are bogging you down. But what I was hearing around that is that you will be exalted, that these are the tasks that God is exalting you with in your life, and that there is some sort of honor in giving your energy to the lowliest tasks. Yes, to the lowliest tasks. You had the Hermit coming out, and it was shortly followed by the 10 of Cups. And I think if you go into this introspective mode, there is an innocence in you, there is a guiding light within you, which is showing you the way. And I think that there are some levels within yourself within this hermit mode. Sorry if it doesn't focus, this camera, I'm not in control of the focus. There's this inner path that you're going on, and I'll delve into the hermit a bit more because it feels like there's something else, but it's going to get clarified soon. The hermit is all about, it has Virgo energy, right? Which is like daily tasks again, and just like the habits that we do every day, the habits that we do that build towards something. It's like mutable earth, which means like you have to keep putting in the steps in order to like get to the destination, like very 6th house energy. But there's something here with the hermit as well, where there's like this energy of introspection and energy of sort of like almost sitting with yourself and facing those parts of yourself that feel inadequate. There's something about an inadequacy here, or feeling like there's some sort of inadequacy here, or like a feeling sorry for yourself almost kind of energy, which it's not showing up in the cards, but it's showing up in like the energy that's surrounding the reading. Anyway, we have got the 10 of Cups, which is a very benevolent, happy, joyous, momentous card. It's the card of happily ever after. It's the card of like, especially a happy home life, happy family life, and happy internal fulfilled like emotions. Yeah, we have the moon in reverse on the bottom of the deck. So I'm feeling like, there's some sort of internal level of like incongruence where you feel like it's almost like you're already living your happily ever after, but you just have to like flip the script a little bit, or flip your lens in order to see it. Talk to me about this energy, please. The devil is coming out. So like, again, like the devil can be like feeling stuck, feeling trapped, sort of addictions. And I'm kind of feeling this is almost like kind of an old thought pattern that's trying to get a hold of you. And we have the 8 of Cups coming out in reverse. So I'm like going to pair those two together. there's something here about an old thought pattern which is coming up in order to be cleansed. I'm going to ask you to use your highest level of discernment here with this hermit to really shine your light upon those areas within yourself which are trying to trick you or trying to trap you into feeling like what you're doing isn't good enough, what the way that your life is unfolding isn't like sexy enough. You know, there's something here about like a disappointment kind of energy, and I kind of almost feel like it's this sort of weird little thought loop which is very like seductive and kind of draws you in, and you almost don't really notice when you're kind of like being drawn into that thought loop. But it's kind of like you'll see it with your daily tasks, right? When you're doing this and you're like, oh, why am I doing this? Like, why do I have to keep doing this? You know, like a millionaire wouldn't, oh, okay, we've got 2 pages coming out. A millionaire wouldn't have to do this. And like, we've got the 5 of Pentacles reversed on the bottom of the deck, which is kind of the card of like poverty and like being left out in the cold. But like, I'm feeling with this reversal, like there's something about, again, like this is always my card of help is closer at hand than what you think. And so it's like and I'm also being drawn to the light. Like there is a light within you, which is actually, okay, here's what it is. Your soul is noticing this thought pattern. It might be an ancestral inheritance here with these pages. It might be an inherited ancestral pattern which resides within you, within your mind, within your energy, within your DNA somehow, and it's being brought up in your system in order for you to shed the light on it, to acknowledge it for what it is, and somehow to close out that loop and let it go, let it be. It's like you're being asked, you're being given this divine guidance to acknowledge this thought pattern for what it is. Like you're acknowledging that this chain that's around your neck is actually yours to remove. And that actually there is so much abundance and benevolence around you, and that you're crafting, creating, and calling in your life, that this thought pattern is not coming up as any sort of measure of truth of what's happening in your life. It's more so like this outdated sort of residual pattern that's left in your system that needs to have the light shed on it so that it can be shed. Like if you can't see it, then you can't let it go. And so that's why it's coming up, and that's why it requires a little bit of hermit energy, of introspection, and also working on this, like consciously choosing new thought patterns, consciously choosing to like let this go. The Page of Wands and the Page of Cups, love this coming out together. There's like, this is quite a cleansing energy for me. The fire and the water of these 2 pages, it's like steam. It's like going into a sauna, or like having that purge from your system, having that cleanse. It's like a sweat lodge where you are like put in that crucible of steam, of heat, of release. And it's not necessarily comfortable, but you need sometimes to be held in those uncomfortable spaces in order to witness, acknowledge, and then like purge out and release something which you've been holding that no longer actually reflects your 10 of Cups, which no longer reflects your life or where you're going or where your ship is headed. And so like, this is basically a good thing. Like, long story short, this is like an old pattern. Wherever it came from, it's not necessarily important. What's important is just to like notice that like you don't really need it anymore. Like, it's just sort of coming up as this divine messenger that's like, hey, I'm still here, like please close the cycle and release me so that I can rest. I'm being shown the idea of sort of like a ghost, like a restless ghost who finally has their story acknowledged, finally has their, like, gets their closure, and then is able to like leave and like depart and like go on to the next stage. That's random, but that's what's coming through. It's like yeah, like the ghost of an old way of thinking or something is like, please, I need you to release me. You know, that's why it's coming forward. Like, please acknowledge me, you know? So it's not just like, oh, let it go, let it go. It's like actually sit with it and acknowledge it. See where it's coming from. See if there's any like somatic healing that you can do around this. Yeah, and like feel where it comes up in your body. Have some sort of a moment of recognition, inner recognition for this feeling, and then use whatever processes that you use to help you then, like, yeah, acknowledge that, hold that, speak to your inner child, whatever the case may be, and then you're just gonna move on from it. Okay, so what comes next? What comes next? Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, there's like something new. Ooh, and the Empress. There's just such an abundance coming through here, like abundance, fertility, creativity, amazing new times, able to receive. Like, you're creating more space in your life as soon as you acknowledge this. And like, it might just be a very subtle thought or like a very tiny amount of disappointment or something. Whatever this is for you, as soon as you sort of acknowledge it, and it's like transmutation that you're doing here, because there's this Ace of Pentacles which is sort of being delayed and waiting to come in. Like, the Empress is also a very earthly and abundant figure in the tarot, and she represents fertility, abundance, prosperity, the ability to receive, the ability to like, and also the ability to like nurture and foster new things. So I think especially with this 10 of Cups coming out as well, which is representing a healthy, happy home life, family life, this can also just indicate that like there's already so much like happiness, joy, and abundance in your life if you're willing to sort of acknowledge it. And there's also a potential for something new here, like a new level, possibly like an expansion of your family here as well. You might be looking at like having another child, for example, but you're kind of just bogged down in like, you know, like this is very specific, could be for one of you out there that like, oh, but that's just going to put me back into the nappy stage again, and like I don't really want to do like all of that all over again kind of thing. Yeah, there's something here. I want to get some clarity from, let's go to the Sisterhood of the Seers. Please can you give me a message of upliftment for the highest good of this collective watching? Oh my God, your presence is requested? That is wild. I literally just filmed a message today, and the message that came through, like the first thing that I say in that video is your presence is requested. So that video might be relevant to you. If that one goes out before this video, then I'll have it linked below. Your presence is requested. That's wild that came through for the second time today. Number 20. You know what I think this is for this specific message? Is that there's no big thing that you have to do in order to shift this energy other than being present with yourself. Like, there's no big steps that you have to take, big like cleansing rituals that you have to do. Like, sometimes the simplest explanation is the best. And this is truly just asking you to be present with yourself in the present moment and sort of be very accepting and very allowing of whatever comes up and whatever you find here. You know, the Hermit is very, very able to dwell in that inner world. And there's a lot of presence there, but it's a presence with like, what is here for me physically in my body? What is here for me in my internal realms? And I think because you have this gorgeous, like 10 of Cups energy, like it wasn't really coming out in the future. It sort of came out towards the start of the reading, which indicates to me that you're already living your dream life. Like, there's already so much around you that is requesting your presence, that is requesting your acknowledgement. Like, there's beautiful connections that you have. There's like an emotional fulfillment here. If you choose to acknowledge it and if you choose to be present with it. I mean, we have the devil here in the 8 of Cups in reverse as well. And it's really just like, it's almost like just that one little niggle in the background is kind of like casting a shadow on the glory that is your life already. There's so much goodness and benevolence in this spread. And there is messages coming through from your body at this time. Not in order to like throw you off your path again, or like not in order to be like everything's perfect except this one thing. It's more like you have so much peace and stability that you've crafted in your life that you're able to now work with these more subtle energies that come up in your field. You're able to find, oh, that's a little pocket of resistance that I have, or a little pocket of like, oh, I don't feel grateful for this work that I'm doing in my life, and I feel kind of upset about it, or kind of disappointed that I'm like still folding my laundry and like I don't have enough, you know, resources to pay for a maid or something to do all my work for me or something like that. And yeah, and then it's just sort of like, actually you are the Empress, like actually you are, like there is this new beginning that's sort of waiting in the wings as soon as you sort of acknowledge, oh, actually maybe I have it better than I think, like, and sort of, I don't know, like maybe go and write a list about like all the things that you're grateful for, or like a little, like have a little scripting session of like all the things that you're excited about bringing into fruition in your life. Like the Empress is able to like, I don't know, she's in her groove and she's able to accept new offers and opportunities, and she's also able to nurture what she already has in her life and able to hold that gratitude and awareness as well. And so yeah, your presence is requested. Your life is unfolding around you at all times, and your presence is requested in acknowledging. What is that? Something is clicking out there. That's random. I can't find what it is. Weird. I'm going to get one final message and then let's wrap it up. Do you have any wisdom to share? Do you have any medicine to share? Wow. Number 33, Arnica, teacher. You're getting this master number here, and there's this 33 number coming through, which I think is more like a focus, more like a collusion, a collaboration between you and spirit. There's a healing that's happening in your life here. And you're being also asked, this is ruled by Saturn, you're being asked to pay, like divine timing is at play here, like the timekeeper and your presence is requested. The idea of the present moment and also the idea of divine timing are both coming into this reading here. Arnica has long been associated with wolf medicine, symbolizing loyalty, leadership, community, intuition, and instinctual intelligence. When Arnica grows in the wild, it is found in unique and mystical patches, showing us its unique form of manifestation and growth. Like wolf, it does not follow established pathways. It finds its own way off the beaten path, defying patterns of habit. Draw upon the power of your tribe to discover the power of co-creative support. Co-creative support, guys. Holding your unique power within a community further empowers your vision and capacity. Like a wolf, be fiercely loyal to your tribe while also upholding your unique talent. Got two birds running across in front of me here as well. Yeah, like this is like tribe as in like ancestral lineage, as well as tribe like your family who are around you, and also your chosen family and your friends who are around you as well. It might, you know, also pay to just like have a bit of a conversation with someone, and like, I don't know, like sometimes it helps us to recenter when we're feeling a little bit off kilter in our lives, and then we speak with someone else and we find out about like what's going on well for them and their hardships, and it sort of ends up putting our struggles and our life and our like blessings all into perspective as well. Okay, I'm going to leave the message right here. Thank you so much for showing up for yourself here today in this reading. Many blessings, and I hope I'll see you again in our next message together on the channel. Bye guys.